Good evening. Welcome back to the channel, Health, Wealth, and Wisdom in Black Spaces. And I want to talk about today is gamifying your goals. Gamifying, as in you play a little game, gamify your goals. People sit there and, play games for hours, trying to get a high score on something on a game. And you getting endorphins fired up. You get but after you get that high score, what do you really get out of that game besides entertain? So why not take that same mentality or take that same enthusiasm for playing the game, the Xbox, PlayStation, or whatever you're playing, gamify your goals the same way. For example, just say if you're 25 and you're a 25-year-old person, you ought to have a goal. A suggested goal would be, I would like to have $25,000 in a high yield savings account or a regular savings account. So basically, to represent my 25 years on this earth, I would like to have $25K in the bank. That's a good game, and make a game out of it. You know what I'm saying? Take it upon yourself as an emergency. I need, every year I'm born, every year I'm on this earth, I need to have at least that much in the bank, or in some type of investment vehicle. But you ought to have an emergency fund of your age. And then once you get it, once you turn, say, 26, it's easy to add that 1,000 to it to make it 26,000. And then once you get it in there, you can always disperse that money, put that money somewhere in a stock or somewhere. But as long as you can get to it, or it's saved, it's in a good place that it'll grow, hopefully that it'll grow. And you learn that as you go, read good books. One really good book, if you're really new to stock market, One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch. That's One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch. Great book, great premier book to get you understanding the stock market, understanding, the basics of the stock market. One Up on Wall Street, or any book by Peter Lynch. He's, everybody talk about Warren Buffett, but this guy has a record, I think, that hasn't been beat. I think in 20 years, he's retired from active investment. If you just Google Peter Lynch, he had his own fund back in the day, back in the 80s, I think 80s and 90s and stuff. But I think he broke Warren Buffett's record in that time, man, as far as his fund did so well. But his book is really easy to read, quick read, One Up on Wall Street. But yeah, just gamify your goals. You have a goal of getting in weight, losing weight, make a game out of it. By in 6 months, I should be down to this. And set reasonable goals, and then track your progress. You might have some start, stops, pivot, but track your process and gamify life improvements. I think I've said this once before, said it many times. I love writing my goals down. I have a tracker for everything. Got my wife into doing it, doing tracking stuff. She's doing good, and going to the gym, getting herself in shape, we're eating well, we're eating healthy. Because wealth it's not about monetary wealth. It's about wealth in all areas of your life: health, wealth, spirituality. Your spirituality, your wealth, your finance, your well-being. it's the total package. You're looking at the total person, as we used to say in the Air Force when you get promoted. It's a total person concept. So yeah, just a little short brief about gamifying your goals in life. Like this YouTube channel, I gamified this. I'm trying to get to 100 posts. No matter how good or bad they are, I'm gonna get to 100 posts this year. 100 uploads to YouTube this year. I'm gamifying it, and I'll get better and better every time. I got to get around to reading a book. There's a book I bought about YouTube success. I'm gonna do that, but gamify your goals. I just got off my government job. Now I'm out here doing some Walmart Spark. By getting a little extra money. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy it. Do a couple of hours. Put that money in the bank. So, gamify it. I have a goal of how much I want to make on my off time after I get off my other job, my federal job, my USDA job, and just gamify it. This is Walmart Spark. By the way, it's a really good gig also. But yeah, just gamify it. Have fun. Have fun. Reaching for those goals. Saying just like I said, the Xbox. Put the Xbox down for this summer, and gamify your life. Because all you're doing when you playing that. I mean, I'm not saying. I want to say don't completely get away from it, but take some time to develop yourself. Because like I said, when you out there, when you playing or you looking at TV and stuff, all you doing is getting entertained. Why not gamify your life and self and when you gamify, you kind of tricking your brain. You're getting that same dopamine hit, but at the end of the day, you're improving yourself. You want to lift some weights, go out there and lift weights and gamify it. I want to push myself to work out 2 or 3 times a week starting next week. Or I want to just do 50 push-ups a day and see how long I can do it. See how I can then, you might not see it at first, but after a while you're gonna see the difference. So that's how I want to talk to you on this Tuesday, April the 7th. Gamify everything. Like right now, one of my goals is to read the Bible all the way through again. I did it last year. I'm doing it again this year. I got a different version. I got this thing called the Bible Recap, which is a really good book. It's called Bible Recap. If you go on Amazon, you can just type Bible Recap. But it gives you a daily reading, and it recaps what you read, and kind of gives you scholarly insight into what you just read. I read about Ruth today. Ruth is a pretty short book of the Bible, but it's really good. It's about a commitment. Ruth was committed to her mother-in-law, Naomi. She was a Moabite woman, and I didn't know into the commentary that I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but I didn't know in the commentary that Boaz's mom was a Moabite woman also. She was the one that hid the ones when Joshua and them went into to spy out the land. She's the one that helped them, and it's how that came full circle. He ended up marrying a Moabite woman, and then them same people are the ones that that's in the lineage of King David. So I thought that was interesting. Even after the last Bible reading last year, I didn't put them two and two together. But anyway, yeah, read that Bible. It's just like I won't say a soap opera, but it's the living word. And every time you read it, you're getting deeper and deeper into the word. But Gamify learning the Bible. I want to learn something new every year. Give me some new insight, and that's that spiritual wealth. Going with that, with wisdom, understanding. So yeah, gamify, and just have fun with it, and you improve it. So that's all I want to tell you today. I'll see you the next time.